Pastor Jeff of First-Calvary Baptist Church of North Andover, Massachusetts. And I wanted to give you a little invitation tonight. At 8 p.m. tonight, November 16th, 2022, we're going to be continuing our book study. We're going in for session 4, chapters 7 through 8. And that's on Go with God and Bring People Together. This is the subject for tonight. It's from the book Crossing the Lines We Draw. So we're talking about trying to end division amongst us, trying to work together in very challenging times. And we hope you'll join us tonight at the J.S. Brooks YouTube channel. It's easy to find. Look for the channel with the little caricature of my face. It's hard to miss. Join us tonight at 8 p.m. Be ready to be challenged, and you can leave comments in the chat that's up there, and if you've got questions, we can try to explore them. It's only half an hour, so if you've got a few minutes, join us. And now, if you've got a few more minutes, I'd like to talk to you for just a couple of seconds. We're heading into Thanksgiving and Christmas season. And this is a really challenging time of year for many of us. Most of us have some preconceived notion in our head of what Thanksgiving and Christmas ought to be, some sort of Norman Rockwell image of what we ought to be able to do and to accomplish, and we get extremely stressed out about it. Looking for that perfect Thanksgiving meal, trying to put it all together ourselves rather than calling in help from the family. Then we move on to Christmas, of course, and you got to get just the right thing for just the right person, whether or not they'll remember it a year later. Still, it's very important to us. And then we have getting together with family again and all the holly jolly stress of the season. Well, I'd like you to take a sort of counter-cultural approach to this. Rather than being stressed out, I want you to wake up each and every morning and say to yourself, Self, I have an opportunity today to be a blessing or a curse to anyone I meet at any given moment. So, how will I handle things? Try to be a blessing to everyone you meet, everywhere you go. Because everybody at this time of year is struggling with something. Some people will have just lost a loved one. Others are worrying about a sickness that they have come down with, maybe a surgery that is looming on the horizon for themselves or someone they know or somebody they love. There's a whole raft of things that could be going on in a person's life. Financial struggles, which make Christmas a very painful time of year, Thanksgiving as well. And this goes particularly for the people that are trying to serve us in the stores and the restaurants where we go, if we're not doing all our shopping online. And if you do some of your shopping online, you can get kind of aggravated with going to the store and you have to actually look for things rather than just be able to click on a list, have Google search something up for you, and then just a few clicks, send it on its way. Think about those people as human beings who are trying to help you out. Some of them may be recovering from COVID, and I had a personal experience with that last month, and I can tell you that when you're recovering from COVID, you don't have a whole lot of energy. Your thinking abilities are diminished, at least beyond the time when you are over the illness. You'll find your thinking to be confused. You'll find yourself easily distracted. So if someone who's serving you at the restaurant doesn't bring the exact right dressing or doesn't leave something on the side instead of on the plate or any number of other little things that can happen, give them a break. You know, they're probably very stressed out. They're dealing with all sorts of issues. Just let it go. Give them the blessing of a smile, of a tip, of courteous behavior from you to them as a gift for the people who are trying to help you. And when you're in the stores, my goodness, let me tell you a few stories about when I worked in retail. And I also worked in restaurants all during my college years, over summers and at Christmas time. And I can tell you it's an interesting experience. Imagine you go in to work at a big box store. For me, it was Montgomery Ward's, and they give you a few hours crash course or a day crash course on how to use the cash register. And they tell you up front, you're only going to remember about 30% of this. The rest of it you'll pick up on the job. So if your cashier seems a little at sea, it could be they're just off of training and they're trying to pick up the rest of what they need to know to make the register run properly. Give them a little bit of an extra latitude there. Also, they're facing challenges every day. And if they're not sick, if they're not distracted, still they're on their feet for many hours, and people are coming up to them with all sorts of interesting, challenges. Like the family that came up to me and let me know that there were bugs in the pet food. Well, then you have to get a manager and get that taken care of. Somebody else comes up, sweet little old lady, and asks me where she can find a glowworm. Well, now I was a college student. I really didn't know what the toys were the people were asking for. I had to have them describe them for me, but I knew the glowworm because the glowworm was something that was very popular that year. It was basically a flashlight with a little soft body on the outside and a little semi-transparent face on top, and there were none to be had. And she's very nice, elderly lady, and I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we haven't had those for months." And then her face contorted with rage, and she asked me who's behind she'd have to kiss to get one. And I was so startled, all I could say was, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't know." And she stormed off. Another man came in and said that this train set that he had bought, he said, "Thank goodness I wasn't going to give it to somebody else. It's short, one piece of track." And he went out and he said, "I'll show you." And he sets it up on the floor in front of my cash register. Needless to say, to the fascination of everybody who was watching, and he gets it put together and all of the pieces are indeed there. So he quickly packs it up and runs out of the store. So the people that are serving you are facing all sorts of challenges each and every day. And they're trying to be nice to you too. So be kind to them. Be kind to everyone. You can, this season, spread a little joy, spread a little holiday cheer everywhere you go. It'll be a great boost for them. It'll be a great boost for you. In fact, it's a holiday gift you can give to yourself because you'll feel so much better for having helped somebody else out in the challenging work they're trying to do on that particular day. So spread joy, spread good cheer, be kind, be a light in people's lives, be a blessing to their day. And that's really all I want to say to you today. So join us tonight, if you can, at 8 p.m. And in the meantime, be a blessing to everyone you meet. God bless you all. I hope to see you in a few hours. So long.